things have changed during the long, exciting journey of containerization. And one of the common plots of this revolution is technology, that always represented the main boost for new business concepts and visions. We are now close to the age of automation, and the upcoming mass of data to which we will have access through 5G and Internet of Things will likely make available the disruptive artificial intelligence technology to our industry. DSP, TALUMIS and CSP Valencia decided to trust in digital twins, the digital copy of the terminal, where the behavior of the physical container handling equipment and the business processes are modeled and coupled with the TOS and the other terminal systems to better understand and analyze the reality, predict the future scenarios, and finally improve operations to make them safer, more productive and more sustainable. We named our digital twin solution with the Latin word GEMINI, that actually means twins. And the twins are Castor and Pollute, who in the ancient Greek and Roman myths are protectors of sailors in troubled waters. In the same way, our digital GEMINI aims to help container terminals to drive the change and to make best use of their resources. GEMINI is a modular solution built around terminals' needs and provides data analytics, forecasting models, resource demand and TOS algorithm optimization. The first GEMINI module has been deployed at CSP Valencia, where the forecasting and predictive analysis models are now stressed and challenged. I'm glad and proud to introduce Mr. Deosdad Lopez, Director of Projects of CSP Valencia, who will guide us through CSP Valencia Terminal.
Hi, this is Deosdad and I am the Director of Projects Department here in CSP Spain in the port of Valencia. The main function of the Project Department is to lead with the operations development strategy, providing leadership and support to the continuous improvement culture, ensuring that a proper process excellence methodology is implemented. The terminal has a strategic location in the Mediterranean Sea, very close to the Suez-Gibraltar route, enjoying a hub position in the main maritime routes connecting Spain and Europe with other continents, being particularly important the routes to North and South America, Far Middle East and Africa. It has become the main gate of access of containers to the Iberian Peninsula, being the natural port of the capital of Spain, Madrid. Its hinterland covers a radius of 350 kilometers, having the 55% of the Spanish GDP. With 3 kilometers of berthing line, 145 hectares of yard and a rail facility that connects Valencia with the main cities in Spain, the terminal of Valencia can handle a volume of 4.5 million of TEUs. In CSP Spain, we're always trying to be at the forefront of a technical level. We believe that digital twins will be a revolution in the way container terminals make decisions, offering operational efficiency and avoiding dangerous situations, which at the end will lead to safer and more efficient decision making, increasing the overall performance of the terminal. One of the areas where GEMINI can help us out to take better decisions is at the berth planning level, avoiding waiting time, optimizing the berth occupancy and the transshipment connection. For instance, it will provide a valuable insight of the operational impact of bringing a new service or customer in relation to staffing levels, yard occupancy or berth occupancy. On the other side, it will allow us to evaluate the impact linked to sudden changes or delays in schedules, as for instance the recent case of the Suez Canal.
But how can actually GEMINI support CSP berth planning process? GEMINI's berthing forecast module plans vessel arrivals, using operational live information, long-term schedules, contractual berth windows coupled with historical moves data, usual crate splits, actual berth stay, and returns reliable information such as berth occupancy, QC utilization, resource demand. Through what-if analysis, introducing additional variables like QC plan maintenance, weather conditions, spot calls or temporary restriction of a berth due to a dredging activity, or a QC revamping, GEMINI will calculate and forecast terminal performances, berth waiting time, eventual contractual penalties, requested amount of labor and equipment hours. Linking this information to OpEx costs, terminal management will be able to take data-driven decisions. Here we can see the impact of a sudden change of a crane plan and the consequent new estimated time of completion of working and non-working vessels.
In a busy shift, we engage an average of 60 CHE and 75 terminal tractors based on our experience and a limited set of information. However, we believe that by learning from our historical data and building a model that mirrors how operations work, we would improve further and optimize resource utilization, increasing our overall performance and safety aspects and reducing our carbon footprint.
How can GEMINI support CSP resource planning allocation? Speeding up operations doesn't always match the definition of optimization. The challenge is the deploying of the resource efficiently and help the terminal to utilize the workforce optimally. GEMINI allows you to predict and measure the resource capacity and the resource demand, allowing to avoid shortages or excesses. Based on estimated assumption, mathematical algorithms and supported by data, GEMINI suggests and proposes alternatives to the planners and lets you reduce the cost and optimize your equipment by calculating the best resource deployment in the short and mid terms. In the example, we can see the RTG demand and idle time in relation to the given vessel crane plans, housekeeping, gate and rail moves. If we decide to allocate less RTGs, GEMINI will recalculate the overall resource demand and predict the new timeline based on expected productivity. GEMINI is designed to go beyond and propose alternative allocation of resources in relation to given targets. An example, minimize costs and maximize productivity on a vessel, or the gate in relation to operational and commercial needs.
Gate operations are our main contact with the Valencia and port community, and they are a key driver to deliver a high quality of service. We have recently relocated our automated gate complex, and we have conducted several process improvement initiatives, reaching an agreement with the Port Authority, hauliers, shipping lines and freight forwarders to work by pre-announcement. Having a clear understanding of future truck visits will help us out to plan our resources in a more efficient way, which at the end will lead to a reduction of the truck turnaround time and increases the quality of the service. This will reduce the cost of importing and exporting goods through our terminal, which at the end is going to be felt through the whole supply chain, and it's going to be a gift to the final customer.
How can GEMINI support CSP gate operations? Gate congestion is typically considered a major issue in a container terminal. The usual challenges are the impact of the truck flow on landside operations, or having a reliable daily forecast of trucks' arrival to avoid congestion and reduce impact on public viability, or simply to provide a competitive service time. Analyzing the announced container data and the historical data, GEMINI is able to predict peaks and let the terminal be prepared to face such events. The terminal can also monitor constantly gate KPIs and apply different scenarios in order to influence and predict the equipment utilized, as well as fine-tune the yard strategy in the next few hours.
As a conclusion, knowing the impact and the effect of future events will help us out to take better decisions to improve the overall performance of our terminals. Take care, all right, and stay safe. Bye-bye.
Thank you. My digital twin wishes you all the best.